once again. This is physics teacher Ezekiel, the Minimum Kids School. I remember giving you an activity that you go and look through the tribes that are under the Bantu tribes or the Bantu ethnic group, rather, in different countries, especially Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania. Maybe you can check with what you researched. In Uganda, I know you very well know them, but the challenge is with these other two countries, because we looked at this in P5. This is the physics work where we have to look at Kenya and Tanzania. And in Kenya we have the Kikuyu. The Kikuyu is the largest ethnic tribe in Kenya. We have the Kamba, sometimes they are referred to as the Akamba. We have the Embu, we have the Kisi, we have the Meru, the Luhya, and very many others. In Tanzania we have the Chaga, we have the Sukuma, we have the Hehe, we have the Nyamwezi, and we have the Ngoni. Ngoni was the last Bantu tribe to enter into East Africa. As I've said, the Ngoni was the last group to enter East Africa from Southern Africa, especially in South Africa, where they came from after being disturbed by the strong kingdom of the Zulu. So we are continuing looking at the Bantu, and I remember talking about the Inter-Caspian region in the previous lesson, where these Bantu tribes settled when they came to Eastern Africa. What we mean by the Inter-Caspian region? It is our lesson today. It is where we start from and we continue up to the end. I remember telling you that this is the region around the Great Lakes of East Africa. What do we mean by the Great Lakes? All the lake regions, all the area that is around lakes and rivers majorly, but here we talk about the lakes. That's where the Bantu settled. You find that the Baganda and here the Lake Victoria and very many other tribes, they were most interested in the Great Lakes region, which we refer to as the Inter-Caspian region. So, in definition, the Inter-Caspian region is the area around the Great Lakes of East Africa, the Great Lakes region of East Africa. Why were these people interested in settling in the Great Lakes region of East Africa? Remember, the Bantu were farmers. So what were they looking for? They were looking for areas with fertile soils. Due to presence of fertile soils, they wanted fertile soils in order to carry out crop growing. Do not forget, anytime they ask you what was the main occupation of the Bantu, do not say farming. It is crop growing. It is crop growing, because farming is at a wider perspective. We do not refer to it as the Bantu. So the Bantu were mainly interested in crop farming or crop growing. So that's why they looked for areas that had fertile soils. The presence of reliable rainfall. You know that lake regions receive rainfall in that process of convection rainfall, the way it is formed. So they were interested in settling in these areas because they received reliable rainfall that still can favor them to carry out crop growing in combination with the fertile soils. Without forgetting, these lake regions have fish, so they will still act as fishing grounds for these people. That's why they were interested in settling in the Great Lakes region, which we refer to as the Inter-Caspian region. So, I would like to put a full stop about the Bantu. We are going to other ethnic group, which is referred to as the Nilotes. We all know right from our P5, we started and said that the Great Nilotes came in three groups. We have the River Lake Nilotes, we have the Plain Nilotes, and the Highland Nilotes. Someone asked me, where did they come from? They came from different areas, but we all know that the Nilotes, in particular, especially the River Lake Nilotes, they came from South Sudan, a place called Bahr Ghazal. That's the way the Sudanese pronounce it. But for us in Uganda, we say Bahr Ghazal. But the Sudanese say Bahr Ghazal. So they came from Bahr Ghazal, or in the Ugandan way, we say Bahr Ghazal. The Plain Nilotes, these ones are sometimes referred to as the Nile Hamites. We shall also look at them in details. Then we have the Highland Nilotes, We shall also look at them in detail. So today, I want us to also continue by looking at the River Lake Nilotes. These people, I've already mentioned, they came from South Sudan at a place called Bahar Reserve. Why do we refer to them as River Lake Nilotes? It is because they settled near the rivers and lakes in East Africa. They settled near rivers and lakes in East Africa. So that's why we refer to them as River Lake Nilotes. They entered East Africa through a place called Nimuli in northern Uganda, where after River Nile crosses into Sudan or South Sudan. The examples of these tribes, they are not very many, but I know with the use of an atlas, I always encourage you, mom and dad, to buy you an atlas for research and for seeing these other things that are required. When you research something, you understand it more. So I have the Acholi, we have the Alu, the Jaluo are in Kenya. Tanzania does not have any River Lake Nilote. These tribes are only in Kenya and Uganda. Here we have the Acholi and the Alu and the Japadola. I'm just giving you a few examples. Then in Kenya we have the Jaluo. The Jaluos are divided, when you reach Kenya, they are divided into three subsections. They have the Joko Joko, the Jokomoro, and the Jokowini. That's when you cross to Kenya. But for us, we termly just call them the what? The Jaluo at once. Note, their main occupation was cattle keeping, but they have changed today into mixed farming. If you went to these places, these people have changed into mixed farming. Why? We already said that they settled in areas that lakes and rivers. Because that's why we refer to them as River Lake Nilotes. What do you expect to be near the lakes and rivers? They are fertile soil. So, number one, they settle in areas that have fertile soil. That's why they changed to mixed farming. They settle in areas that receive rainfall. That's why they have changed to mixed farming. They also grow crops these days and they keep the animals too. And the third one, you should never forget, they were influenced by the Bantu, who are farmers. Okay? So, the one we talked about earlier. Those are the major three reasons. I've said the first one, they settled in areas that have lakes and rivers, meaning that they have rainfall. They settled in areas that receive reliable rainfall. They settled in areas that have fertile soils. Then they also settled in areas that have the Bantu that influenced them. So they were influenced by the Bantus. Lastly, reasons for their migration. They were looking for water and pasture for the animals. Remember, their main occupation before they came in, it was what? Cattle keeping. So that's what they were looking for. They were looking for areas that had pasture for their animals. They were looking for areas that had water for their animals. They were running away from conflicts. If you remember the stories of the sons of Orum, those were conflicts they had in those areas. Then droughts also is one of the reasons, and many others. Thank you for listening.